Today we're going to continue with comparing fractions. So when we're comparing fractions, we want to look at the why and the how on why a fraction is greater or less than the other value. So I want to clarify some few things. So I'm going to go ahead and show you these two fractions here. I have 1/16 over 1/2. So which one do you think is greater? Just what do you think? And why do you think that? So some students may think, oh, 1/16 is greater than 1/2. Why? Because our denominators are what? Well, the 16th is greater. And I know last time when we had the same number, when our denominator was the same, we looked at our numerator. Now our numerator is the same. Do we look at our denominator? Well, just because 16 is a larger number does not mean that 1 out of 16 is greater. So let's go ahead and look at 2a. And remember, this is our numerator. Our numerator is a part selected from the whole. Denominator is the number of equal parts the whole is divided into. So let's go ahead and look at a. This is comparing fractions 2. So we're looking at letter A, and I want to show you 2/8 and 1/8 and 1/3. Sorry. So let's go ahead and build that. So I'm going to go ahead and build 1/8. Oh, I'm putting it over here. We have 2/8, and then I'm going to show 1/3. So I'm going to go ahead and look for the 1/3. I want you to look at these two pieces. Just by looking at these two pieces, which do you think is greater? I believe 1/3 looks like it's greater. So let's go ahead and go back to our camera and let's look at our drawing. So now let's look back here. I have 2/8 is blank then 1/3. So I just showed you that video with the tile. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's cut her in 2/8. So this is 1, 2, and I'm going to do 1/3. Of the two, which look greater? So is 2/8 greater than or less than 1/3? From the model we see that 2/8 is actually less than 1/3. So let's go ahead and write that down. We know that 2/8 is less than 1/3. Now what symbol am I going to draw here? Am I greater than or less than symbol? Again, if we don't remember exactly which way they always face the larger number. So the larger fraction here is 1/3. How do I know? Because I can tell there's more shaded than there are for 2/8. So 2/8 is less than, this is less than 1/3. Now let's try the same thing for letter B. So now let's go ahead and put these back. Now I'm going to look at letter B, and letter B tells me 4/6 and 2/4. So I'm going to go ahead and look for the 6, and let's set this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, this is my numerator. 4 out of how many total pieces? 6. So now I'm going to compare that to 2/4. So I'm going to look for 2/4. This is 1/4. This is another 4th. Looking at these two, which one do you think is greater? I can see here that 4/6 is greater than 2/4. I can check right here because once I do this line right here, this part of this circle is equal or equivalent to having 2/4. I have another piece here, so I can tell that 4/6 should be greater than 1/4. So let's go ahead and go back to our page. So let's go ahead and draw that in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to shade in over here 2/4. This is 1, 2. So now that I see 2/4, I can also visually see that 4/6, meaning 4 shaded out of 6 total parts, is greater than 2/4. So again, I need to draw my greater than symbol. Alligator always has its mouth open to the larger number. So 4/6 is greater than 2/4. Now let's go ahead and look at letter C. So here I'm going to go back to my video and demonstrate this on my virtual fraction circles. So letter C, we're comparing 1/2 to 2/6. So let's go ahead and start with 1/2. Let's look at 2/6. Can I see already here visually which one is greater? That's right, 1/2. So I know that 1/2 is greater than 2/6. Now I want you all to think, what is 1/2 when we're using 1/6? What's the equivalent? If I have 6 pieces, what would make it 1/2? That's right, 3 would make it 1/2. This is equal to, but I have 2. 2 is less than half of 6. So here I can tell that my 1/2 is greater. So let's go back to the paper. Now that we're back, let's go ahead and continue our coloring. So let's color in 1/2. And now 2/6 over here. I can visually see which is greater, and that is, yep, 1/2. So 1/2 is greater than 2/6, and I'm going to write my greater than symbol. So now I already shaded in 3/8 and 3/4. So here I have 1, 2, 3 out of my 8 total parts. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded out of my 4 equal parts. Can I already visually see which is greater here? Yep, I can visually see that 3/4 has much more space covered or colored than I have on my 3/8. So that means 3/8 is what? Is it less than or greater than? That's right, it is less than. So if it's less than, I have to use my less than symbol. So 3/8 is less than 3/4. Look at letter E and F. Letter E says 3/4 is blank than 2/3. So let's go ahead and color that in. But I want to see here, I can tell here that I only need one more piece to make one whole. But here as well, I only need one more piece. So if I had a pizza with 4 slices and I ate 3, I only need one more slice so I can finish the whole thing. Here as well, I have 2/3. If I have a pizza, I ate 2 slices and I still have 1 slice left. Now, if in both of them, I only need 1 slice left to eat the pizza. Does that mean they're equal? No. So what do you think this is going to depend on? This is going to depend on how big the slices are. So let's look here. I have 3/4 and 2/3. Let's go ahead and color this in. So this is my pizza. Ate 1 slice, ate another slice, ate 1 more. Now all I need is 1 more slice to eat the whole thing. Now let's look at 2/3. So I'm going to go ahead and color this too. I have 1 slice, another slice, and again, same thing. I need to make sure and see, well, do I have enough to eat this next one? I also need 1 slice. So here, just by looking at it, what do you think is greater? So tough, right? And this one, I can see that 3/4 is greater than 2/3. I have more shaded here than I do on my 2/3. So I want you to know why. Look at the difference in my sizes. This is 1 slice of pizza, this is another slice of pizza. Which one has a smaller slice? That's right, 3/4 has a smaller slice. So since this is a smaller slice of pizza, I have to eat less to eat the whole thing, while this one I have to eat a little bit more to eat the whole thing. So which one is greater? 3/4. So 3/4 is greater than 2/3. Again, we're using my greater than symbol. Same idea. The larger number gets eaten. The alligator opens its mouth to the larger number. Now let's look at letter F. I have 1/3 and 3/6. I want you to guess which one you may think is greater. I want you to think of the equivalent fractions, especially for 3/6. What is 3/6 equivalent to? What kind of fraction? Oh, Let's test it out. Let's see. I have 1/3. So let's go ahead and shade in 1/3. Then I have 3/6. So I'm going to go ahead and shade 3/6. So what I mentioned here about 3/6, what is it also equivalent to? Can you notice something here? That's right, it's equal to half. So that means half of this pie or pizza, whatever it may be, is already half shaded. Looking at these two, which look greater? That's right, the 3/6 looks like it has more. So 1/3, is it greater than or less than 3/6? That's right, it is less than. Now we have to use my less than symbol. That also means that our alligator, its mouth is facing the larger number.